Welcome to Scene Invaders. I'm Xander. That is Billy. And today we are breaking down the trailer for episode 8 of From Season 3. We're very excited. Last week left on a huge cliffhanger with Tilly getting stabbed, which was crazy.
Poor Tilly. And yeah, just a heads up to this episode, it's called Thresholds.
All right, let's get right into it.
Whatever is inside me, it's still there. What if it happens again? I killed someone.
Right off the bat, which I was curious about whether she was going to try and hide it, just like her and Ellis would know, or whether everyone's going to figure it out. But her and Ellis are already talking about it.
I'm just kind of glad that we're not going to do a slow burn with this. This happened in a pretty public place. This is obviously going to be discovered. It is a small town. Everything's been heightened. Everyone has been together. She's also a pretty prominent figure in the house community, especially. So like have been saying, and Danny's definitely been saying too all season, it's like this Fatima storyline is going to hit a powder keg before this season ends. And it looks like just from the first 7 seconds of this trailer, they're not wasting any time.
One thing that I mentioned in our review of episode 7, I was saying how I wonder if Fatima is going to end up killing Ellis. And that's like the place trying to further break Boyd, which I could definitely see happening.
Yeah, something's going to have to get her. I mean, they were telling her to run, to go, or it's like, well, where do you mean? Like, go where? I mean, is this a benevolent voice, or is this a voice manipulating on a nasty side to get her to do what they want? And it's really like the big mystery right now, frankly. That's what they're focusing heavily on outside of our buddy Victor. But for intents and purposes of this trailer, still just want to know if it's a good or bad force. I'd like to know what people think.
Leave it in the comments below. What do you guys think is going to happen with Fatima and Ellis and everything that's going on? All right, let's get into the next part of this trailer.
Help, I need help.
Anyone see anything?
Hiding every night from those things, that's one thing. This is something that people are going to have to blame someone for.
Oh, right. So Ellis and Fatima dip and just leave Tilly there. Oh,
this is going to get the town right now. Listen, things are desperate. The forces are making them break. They're making them feel hopeless, and they need someone to blame for all of these things, right? And this is not a good time to be Boyd. This is not a good time to be the guy that proclaims that he keeps everyone safe. He has a new rival in Lady Cop now. And so it's going to be rough, and especially because he's going to be defending his own family.
And it was interesting that Donna is like, hey, those things come at night and that's bad enough. But now we got things to worry about during the day. It makes me wonder if Donna is already assuming that it's Fatima, because her and Boyd had that long conversation on the road, kind of talking about like she can't be in Colony House. She's probably dangerous. This all kind of happened with Abby. She could be losing her mind kind of thing. So I feel like those two might already know, but they're probably going to keep it from everybody else so there isn't a huge manhunt for Fatima. But anybody else would be going to the box. Just saying.
And honestly, though, I don't think it's going to take long for people to realize Fatima's not around, right? And then I don't think we get through this episode without it being firmly established by everyone that it's her. And it's more so just where is everyone going to fall on what they do with her.
I'm not the biggest Fatima fan, so I'll be okay if she gets it.
I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't care. I'd be a little sad if Ellis takes a big L, but Fatima, do with her what you will. All right, let's get on to this next part. I think it's Julie and Ethan down at the ruins. I'm glad they're getting Ethan more involved, because that kid definitely is onto something, and they haven't been utilizing him enough.
I feel like something wants me to go in here. We can go in together if you want. Ready?
Oh,
listen, I've accused those parents of being bad parents the whole series, because they just like leave their kids in the scary haunted town. They hop in trees. They don't think about shit. What is Julie doing? Stop following the bad example. Don't bring your little brother into the damn ruins. What is wrong with you?
Actually, though, and chronologically, it's hard to tell how old they're supposed to be right now. I guess when the series started, the Ethan, I think, was 7 or 8, and now he's got to be 12 in this season. Julie is in her 20s now. She was a teen when the show started. I don't know. Like, if you're basing it off of how old they should be, you're bringing your like 7-8-year-old brother into this very dangerous situation, which seems a little silly.
Yeah, when the town's known to have like sacrificial children in underground, it's like
yeah. I wonder if Julie just going there, she'll end up where Boyd was in like the actual catacomb tomb thing.
That would be really interesting to see. I mean, there's not there. Let's put it this way: the two of them going down there, they're not going to not see anything. Something is going to happen. We're on episode 8 out of 10. We really are into the end game of this season for sure.
Man.
We should hit the end of this episode. We should really be like point of no return.
Yeah, I was looking. I was creeping on Instagram today, and the From account, the actress that plays Sarah, was running the From account and answering questions. And someone asked what her favorite episode of season 3 is, and she was like, episode 10. Episode 10 is insane. And I was like, oh, I mean, they always kind of end on a strong note, but it's nice to hear from an actor like, and you're like, okay, cool. So they're going to, I'm sure this is just going to ramp up. They do a really good job every season of like around episode 8. Everything just starts to get this huge momentum and it leads to something really big. We had first season ramping up with the radio tower, Boyd going through the first faraway tree that we saw and ending up in the huge well or whatever he ended up in. Season 2.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was, man, that ending.
Jim Sauer is stupid because Jim's stupid.
Jim's stupid. But hearing that voice, man, did that not remind you of Lost? We don't get to talk about Lost a lot, but like,
yeah, it was the hatch.
Yeah, or the it reminded me of was it a phone call or like a radio when like the guy with the beard is talking to Michael and he's like, "We got your boy," and I was like, "Oh, this is kind of the same thing. This is pretty cool."
We got your boy.
But then yeah, second season we had Tabitha kind of the ramp up to her getting to the tower and being pushed out, and we realize where she is and everything. So I'm really excited to see what they do with this season and then cap off this season with something I'm sure none of us are expecting because they always find some way to surprise me by the end of each season. Very exciting trailer. Stoked for episode 8. It'll be out this Sunday. We will drop our review on Sunday. So if you want to come back and check that out, feel free. We're also doing a theory video. So if you have any theories about episode 7, leave them below. We're going to pick the best ones. We're going to do a huge video going through your theories, saying what we think. And if you want to get into the video, just tag us on TikTok or Instagram or Twitter. Film yourself saying a theory and we will put it in the video. We will answer your questions as well as we can because this show has just got all the curveballs in the world. And yeah, we'll see you guys later this week with the theory and then Sunday with the review. Have a good night.
Peace.